Hey guys, Emily with Tasty Tropical Farms here. What if I told you that you could grow a tree that requires little care and produces copious amounts of small berries that taste just like cotton candy? I bet you'd be pretty interested. So let's talk about the beginner-friendly Jamaican cherry tree. These trees are great because they're multi-purpose and really couldn't be any easier for us to grow here in Southwest Florida. They act as a lovely shade tree. They produce beautiful, tasty red berries, and they're beneficial for wildlife, including many different pollinators. The berries look like tiny little ornaments hanging from the tree, and its attractive flowers resemble strawberry blossoms. That's actually how the tree got one of its common names, the strawberry tree. It also goes by Panama berry, cotton candy berry, and a few others, so it could be helpful to recognize its scientific name, Muntingia calabura, to avoid confusion. This tree is native to southern Mexico, the Caribbean, Central America, and western South America. The Jamaican cherry has few care requirements and can produce fruit year-round, but tends to slow down or stop during our coolest months. The Jamaican cherry tree is extremely fast-growing and can achieve heights of 25 to 40 feet tall. This tree can easily exceed 12 feet in 2 years, so make sure you find a good space for it to stretch out or be prepared to prune it regularly. This tree thrives in warm, sunny to partial shade, humid areas, and grows best in zones 10 to 12. The Jamaican cherry does not tolerate cold well. Young trees must be protected when the temperature dips down to the 30s, and mature trees can't handle temperatures below 28 degrees Fahrenheit. Expect the tree to sustain damage during cold events, but know that it will likely recover when the temperature warms back up. The Jamaican cherry is also not salt tolerant, so if you live on the beach, this isn't the tree for you. These trees are known to thrive in poor soil, however, and can do well in both acidic and alkaline soils. When planting a new tree, I recommend planting in well-draining soil prepped with some organic matter. And of course, after planting, be sure to apply mulch to protect the roots from extreme heat and cold, and to help retain moisture. Jamaican cherries flower almost year-round, but generally take a break in Florida when the weather cools off. The pretty white flowers attract bees and hummingbirds, while the fruit attracts birds, fruit bats, and small mammals. The fruit is ripe when the skin turns fully red, and will not ripen further once picked. Side note: there is also a yellow fruited variety that is much rarer than the red fruit variety, but the fruit flavor is the same. It takes 6 to 8 weeks to go from flower to ripe fruit. The branches of this tree are prone to breakage in strong winds, so keep that in mind as well when deciding where to plant your tree. Jamaican cherry trees are considered a pioneer species and are unfortunately short-lived, only surviving for around 30 years. Once the Jamaican cherry is mature, it requires very little care. Many don't feed or water their tree at all once it becomes established. I occasionally water mine through the dry season if it looks like it could use a drink. I also will usually apply a balanced slow-release fertilizer at the very beginning of summer once our rainy season starts and the tree is actively growing again. My tree is thriving and produces more than enough fruit based on this minimal care. But some recommend fertilizing once a month during the growing season and deep watering once a week when it's fruiting for the best results. I think that's overkill for an established tree. But I would recommend this for a new young tree, with the fertilizer being diluted to half strength. Remember to trim off dead and diseased branches regularly, and to prune at least once a year to keep the tree's growth in check, and to give it a nice shape. You don't have to worry about many issues with this tree, but keep an eye out for mealybugs, aphids, leaf spot, and crown gall. The fruits can also become infested with Caribbean fruit fly larvae, but I suspect this isn't common. The only issue I have ever had with my tree was temporary damage from leafcutter bees. These bees don't cause the tree any lasting harm, and they are still beneficial pollinators, so I just ignored them. I have consistently had good luck air layering my tree, but you can also sow the tiny seeds directly into the ground. Seedlings flower within 2 years, whereas air layers can fruit straight away. The Jamaican cherry also spreads by suckers, which can be dug out and transplanted. Because this tree propagates so easily, it can behave invasively and threaten ecosystems in some areas. There are so many options for eating the Jamaican cherry, but the most obvious is fresh out of hand. The berries are juicy and exceedingly sweet. They are often compared to cotton candy, caramel, or my favorite, the crunch berries from the cereal. The berries are filled with tiny, barely noticeable seeds, and are about the size of a blueberry. The fruit is often cooked in tarts, pies, pastries, or made into jam. You can also make a tasty, refreshing juice from the fruit. The leaves and flowers can be boiled to make tea. Though the berries are a sweet treat, the fruit also has notable levels of vitamins K and C, as well as the minerals calcium, iron, and potassium. Studies have also shown that the fruit is rich in antioxidants and possesses strong anti-inflammatory properties. Because the tree is so prolific and the berries ripen individually, be sure to harvest the fruit daily. Unfortunately, Jamaican cherries don't have a very long shelf life. Once they are harvested, the berries will only last a few days even if they are refrigerated. If you're not going to use them shortly after harvesting, your next best option is to freeze them for later use. And there you have the Jamaican cherry, the ultra-sweet superstar of the garden. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. And if this video was helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.